I'm with my guy Berto.
Yes, sir.
And we do another episode of Weighing with Jay. And
my turn, featured guest.
Yes. And he's gonna kick my ass through shoulders.
I think you got it.
Played sports growing up, or what's up?
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, I did a little bit of everything. I started off with soccer. I did that for about 8 years, I want to say. Mm-hmm. I dabbled with basketball, baseball, a little bit of track. Didn't like those.
Yeah.
Then I went to American football. I did a year of flag, and then I followed up by 8 years of tackle.
Oh, shit.
And then I finished up in high school, didn't want to play after. Mm-hmm. Last 2 years of high school, I did wrestling, which was a lot of fun.
Like, what got you into wrestling? Just somebody just like, hey, like, join the squad, or?
So, I did it my junior and senior year, last 2 years of high school. Mm-hmm. And my sophomore year, it caught my interest. Let's see what's that about. But then I got hurt during football. Completely snapped my arm. Bam, out that way. Yeah. Season ending, so I was like.
Was that compound fracture? Or
almost.
Almost?
Yeah, almost. You're able to see it like bulging a little bit, but it was completely out that way. So I didn't get to do nothing that year. Mm-hmm. And then I met a kid, he was a sophomore on varsity. I had moved up to varsity because I was a junior. But one of my good friends I made on the team was a sophomore. He wrestled for a long time. He said, yeah, do it. So I joined it with a couple other kids, fell in love with it.
Ever since then, huh?
I wish I discovered it a lot earlier, but hey, I had my time in it.
I feel like that's a lot of people in like sports they joined in high school, like, holy shit, like I didn't realize it was gonna be so much fun or whatever.
Right.
You know, because I feel like that's kind of was like me with track.
Okay.
Like I remember being a kid and I hated track.
Right.
And I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I went to like 2 practices because I hated running.
Right.
But once I got into high school, you know, my thought was like, all right, I'm gonna do track because like everybody in my family does track. Then like I wanted to get better for football. Then I realized like, oh shit, I'm hella good at
Right.
You know. Tell me about your fitness journey.
Well, yeah, I've been an athlete almost all my life. Like I said, I started sports at the age of 5, soccer. So that was around like 5 years old, all the way until I was about 11, 12. That's when I slowly made the transition into football. And then around the age of 12, 13, that's when I started playing football, I believe. I did 4 years of Pop Warner, then the 4 years of high school. And then I picked up weightlifting around 14, and then I fell in love with that. And at the end of high school, I kind of lost the love for the sports I was playing.
Yeah. I
really liked the gym, so I went full-time in the gym and decided to pursue bodybuilding and powerlifting a little bit. I'm not a powerlifter, but I like to lift heavy.
So like you've been, bodybuilding for how many years now?
Technically, I first competed in 2018, so that'll make it 5 years now. A competitive bodybuilder for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But weightlifting for about 10 years now.
Like, one thing I'll never do is fucking have a good diet. Like,
right. That's the hardest part, to be honest. Man. It's easy to show up here, but it's hard to watch what you're eating when you're outside.
Because I tell people, I love life. So like eating, drinking, I love like trying new places to eat, try new foods.
Right.
So it's just like, that was always tough for me.
I feel like, in high school, I didn't dabble with any other sports really besides that one time track and then wrestling. And wrestling, it only benefited me mentally. It made me mentally tougher. But other than that, I think just the weight room alone was plenty for football.
Yeah.
Plenty. That's where I spent all my time in the off season, and it paid off. Paid off big time.
What position did you play?
So I started off as a tight end, like in the Pop Warner days.
Oh yeah.
Went over to safety, but I was always smaller and skinnier than everybody. And then once I started putting on size and getting better, I turned into a linebacker, and that's where I finished off at.
Okay. What's your constant like motivation?
My motivation for the gym?
Yeah.
You see, the thing with me, I feel like I have a deep passion for it, so I don't really struggle to get myself out of bed and show up here, every day, or show up here after a long day. This is something I really look forward to every day, and I enjoy being here. I enjoy the weights. I enjoy the intensity. I enjoy seeing people like you, having conversations. So, for me, I just
it's almost like self-love almost, huh?
Yeah.
Where it's just like it's just poetry in motion. Like I wake up and this is one thing is like I look forward to.
Yes,
so,
it's what I do. Like everyone has their own hobbies. Yeah, some people, they read, play chess, play video games, ride bikes, tennis, sports, whatever. This is my favorite activity I like to do.
Yeah. Like I was telling a friend, and it was like I could just never make it. I just can't stay consistent. I was like, all it takes is like 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
To create a hobby of just doing it consistently. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Just be like, fuck, I'm sore. Do I really need to go? Fuck it. Just walk my ass in here. And it's not like you have to fucking lift the fucking world.
Yeah.
Just come here and do something simple.
Just show up.
Show up.
Yeah.
Do it 4 to 5 times a week for like 3 to 4 weeks, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, it's a hobby. It's consistent. Like to the point, it's an addiction.
Right.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Once you start that addiction, this is a healthy addiction.
Right.
Right. There's no need for, like I said, motivation at that point.
And like for me, I could relate to people that have a struggle of getting started. I have plenty of setbacks, injuries, whatnot that took me out for months. The hardest part about it is when you're out of shape and it fucking sucks.
Yeah, because you know what you could be up to. You know what you could do.
Right.
And I'm kind of the same way because I feel like I have terrible shoulders. Due to football.
Right.
Terrible shoulders. And like I know where I should be. I know where I can be. I know where I should be at.
Right.
But my body's telling me you can't get there right now.
Right.
And that's like that hurts your pride sometimes.
It does.
Like where you just think in your head like fuck, like to the point where like I'm not gonna say it makes you quit, but it could make you stagnant.
Oh yeah. So this will be simple, 4 sets of 15.
All right. So what's some it doesn't have to matter about gym, but it could be just life in general, like some struggles you've had to deal with.
Outside of sports. Within the sports, it's just the typical injuries with the setbacks. But I say a big one that I had recently was somewhat recently. This happened in 2020, 2019. I tried starting up my own business, right? Supplement company. And I had my own pre-workout. It was going good. My best friend at the time. We went into a partnership together, and we had a falling out. What do you want? 25?
Yeah.
We had a falling out over it.
That's fucking difficult.
And, I was a major owner of it. I was 80%, and at the time I was like 19 years old, making $14.50 an hour.
Yeah.
And I had put over 10 grand into it, making $14.50 an hour.
Yeah.
Working like a minimum wage job. And he kind of just bailed out on me. We got into a conflict outside of the business, and he just bailed out on me. And there was another investment that was supposed to go through it. Maybe like a total of 15 grand, just down the drain. Best friend, relationship had gotten ruined. A dream in a way has gotten crushed. So that was one in particular scenario where I had learned a lot of experiences through, or a lot of life lessons, I should say. Hey, watch who you surround yourself with. Actually get to know them deeper as a person, rather than, you just grew up with them at school, do more research on the business, learn how to protect yourself better. Timing of the business too. I actually wanted to kind of hold off on it because COVID had just hit.
Yeah.
And then in a way, I kind of looked at him smarter than me. what do you think we should do? As he was a 20% owner,
Oh,
he
yeah.
said, let's just go through with it. Of course, he's going to say that when he doesn't
Because
have
he
much to
doesn't
lose.
yeah.
You know, I thought of him as a smarter guy than me, when actually my decision would have been better in the long run.
Yeah.
So he kind of convinced me to still go through with it, which in a way, you know, we're still going to plan. You know, we're
Yeah.
not trying to let anything outside take it over. But that taught me to always trust myself, watch who I surround myself with, learn how to make more money, much better, more efficiently, do more research. But in a way, that's inevitable too. If you're gonna start a business, chances are you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
And a lot of things you do.
Yeah.
You need different perspective on life,
Yeah.
different viewpoint, then that's where you're more welcoming to more welcoming to other people as someone like yourself. You
Yeah.
know,
Because me personally, I love debate.
right.
Like, because I like to sit out, because I'm learning from you. Like, tell me what you're passionate about. All right, this is how I view on it. Now change my mind on it. And if you could change my mind, hell yeah. You did a good job.
Right.
I see your point, and most likely I just think you're right in your opinion.
Right.
Now if I feel like your area, I'm like, all right, well, good luck on that. Right? I ain't you, but hey, good luck on your way of thinking.
Here we go. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Nice.
That's when you, like, being comfortable is the enemy sometimes. You still have to strive for something, right? Like, because that's like when you can lose the most.
Of
right?
course.
Because you're almost leaving yourself like unguarded.
Yeah.
Once you're comfortable,
I think.
and that's when the most, like, you know, craziest things can happen to you because you
weren't ready.
Yeah.
You weren't ready. I think. I think the best way for most people, including myself, to avoid that is just to have goals and always be striving for something. Have a goal, have a deadline, keep working for it.
What's something that you learned from 2022 that you brought into 2023 and that you see yourself succeeding that goal?
Oh, that's a good one. I feel like 2022 was a big year for me. Things that I learned was don't let your foot off the gas. Like we were speaking about earlier, you know, you could always go harder, always do better, always put in more work. Always put yourself first too. Don't be stagnant, you know. I think just going harder in life, I feel like in 2022 I was a little stagnant, but I was showing up. I was showing up, you know, still going to work, trying to get my money, showing up to the gym, still trying to get better. And I feel like in 2023, things for me started picking up a lot. The future got more clear. I got more clarity. The vision for everything got a little better. I felt like I picked up momentum. It's just keep showing up, even though you feel like you're not getting results in anything, and always put yourself first.
Clarity is a beautiful thing because it's just like you have a goal, whatever, but you know, the dust is there, right? But once wind picked up, blew that shit away, and it's clear out, man, you see that goal right there, and everything's trending upwards.
Right.
And it's just like, go ahead. You're just trending upwards, and that shit feels good because it's like you're there, but you're not there, and it's like you said, I gotta keep my foot on the pedal. All right, and that shit gets you juice.
That's exact. Yeah, 2022, I felt like I was putting in the work, but still, just things weren't clear just yet. And near the end of that year and starting 2023, I feel like everything just got more clear. I started meeting a lot more people, making different moves that set my future, that exceeded me down to my goal that I want down in the future. And everything's just more clear now. Like you said, the dust has finally settled, and I feel like I'm picking up momentum big time. just from keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up, keep moving forward, whether it's just 1 step or 10 steps. Just don't stop.
Yeah.